Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has taken a vow to never wear pants or underwear and is currently giving his boner a noogie. That's Geoff Clark.
It's actually a blood oath.
And beaming to us from Transylvania, the bearded booger-eating vampire known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo.
Oh yes, we are back. Once again, boners in hand, pooping pants. Ready to delight your ear holes with the sounds of farting.
I don't have to fart, though.
I don't either. It's probably because this is the time for it. My ass knows when it's an inappropriate time to fart, and then it fills up.
I ate ice cream last night after his ice cream, which...
Did that fuck up your butt?
Yeah, I've farted most of last night into this morning. Loud, aggressive ones. It was fun, though. They were fun farts.
Do they stink?
What's your girlfriend think about that, Geoff?
My girlfriend she's fucking cool with it. She actually likes when I fart.
She eats them.
Yeah. She's actually right here. My little lady. Say hi, little mama. Little mama, say hi. Look alive.
You jostled her out of her sleep.
So I've been farting a lot lately, but I don't have to fart right now. And it was an ice cream fart.
Do you so that
fuel?
That would lead me to believe that you're kind of lactose intolerant.
I guess so. I feel like everyone
farts. Has it always
farts.
been that way, or is it progressing as you get older?
Yeah, it's progressing as I get older. I think like my digestive system handles milk worse and worse as I age.
Yeah,
that
sounds like you're becoming lactose intolerant.
That sounds believable, right?
Isn't getting old awesome?
No, it's pretty whack. Is that something that you deal with too? Don't you fart more when you drink milk or have ice cream? Or
I think so. Yeah.
It's
not like a ton. Like
Paul, like bitch ass Paul. Whenever he comes over and we get ice cream, this guy just lights my apartment up. It's crazy.
I'm not that bad.
But
I'm more like that with
lactose intolerant or whatever.
With veggies and stuff. Broccoli eviscerates me. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower. And I can like levitate. I can fart so hard that I'll lift off the seat.
Do you know why that is?
Fiber.
Yeah, probably.
That's exactly why. Good job, Geoff.
But
now,
then again,
if you were having problems with your butt, what kind of doctor would you go
hold on. Let's not jump the gun, Shuddy Boy.
Okay.
We do have something to address that.
What do you mean?
You'll find out.
Oh, no. Is it going to be a rectal bacon with Jeffy cakes?
It might be. It might not be. I don't know. I don't know.
We're going to have to bring the camera into the bathroom?
I feel like the way I've been trying to change my diet and lose some weight and shit, it's a routine. I just have to give up on enjoying tasty stuff. So
you just got to give up on enjoying life.
Yeah, pretty much. So I have my overnight oats for breakfast every morning, and I throw berries and nuts in there and fucking hippie ass seeds and all this shit. And then I'll get a salad from California Chicken Cafe, which makes, for the record, bomb ass salads. I don't suffer through those, but I go back and forth between their California chicken salad, which has a nice big ice cream scooped ball of feta cheese amongst all these vegetables, and the balsamic dressing's really good. And then they also have a Chinese chicken salad, and I would say about 30 minutes after I finish the Chinese chicken salad, my ass turns into a weapon of mass destruction.
It gets aggressive and violent.
NATO is sending chemical engineers to investigate my bungus after I eat those because it changes the color of the walls.
Joe Biden has to come and do a speech.
Yeah. There's the paint starts peeling off the ceiling. They're rancid, fucking rancid, and it is 100% that salad. And all I
Do
can
you get that? Do you get the Chinese chicken salad straight up?
no without the green onions, you wise ass. And I also get the California chicken
I
salad.
haven't seen it.
I get that one without the tomatoes because they always give cherry tomatoes. And for some reason, cherry tomatoes fucking taste like jizz bombs to me. I don't mind tomatoes, but cherry tomatoes are kind of
They do look fucking amazing, though.
I get annoyed by cherry tomatoes when I'm trying to like stick them with the fork and they're like rolling around. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't really want a tomato that badly. I just
Yeah.
like I don't know. Cherry tomatoes are definitely whack.
I like my tomatoes that don't play hard to get.
yeah. Quit being a little
All of this
slut,
food on
cherry
their
tomato.
menu looks bomb.
They're fucking great. So that
California chicken salad.
California Chicken Cafe.
Chicken Cafe. Where is this place?
They have one in like Hollywood. They have one in Encino. They have,
L.A., Santa Monica.
Yeah, they got lots of
Northridge,
locations.
Venice.
I figured you'd go to one like near Hermosa. It sounds like a.
No, there's one like 2 blocks from Golden Apple. So I go there on Wednesdays when I pick up my comics.
Do you buy salads for the next couple days?
No.
You just get the one salad.
No, I just make repeated trips.
Oh, okay.
And when on days that's like when I'm coming home from doing the show at Jason's, or I just go to the one in Encino. Either way, those for some reason that Chinese chicken salad one fucks my butt up.
How often?
To no degree.
Don't you eat healthy with Carl, or isn't that who you cheat on your diet with mostly?
We'll do like 1 or 2 cheat meals, but we go to this place in Culver City that has healthy breakfasts and stuff, and I get their overnight oats. So I'm basically, my body has finally caught up with, like I've always said that my skin kind of looks like a bowl of oatmeal that got left out overnight. And now it makes sense because 80% of what I eat is now oatmeal.
Aren't you worried that when you're eating healthy with Carl, that maybe if you eat too many vegetables, you're going to be farting in front of her or having to hold it in?
I do. But for some,
that's a concern or that's an issue.
When she has Mendocino Farms near her, and for some reason those salads don't make me fart.
Oh wow!
Yeah. But this does lead me into our next segment here. So the Poominati was very excited by Geoff being confused by doctor names, doctor types, and Pudini, the great Pudini, and Ginger and Juice tag teamed a game. So they have a list.
I bet you those 2 pussies do want to tag team me. Those 2 homos.
So I've got a list of doctors.
Oh God! How many different doctors?
There's a decent list.
I'm gonna get I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna get the eye doctor. I don't really know. I think it's an optometrist. You know what? That could be a. No, I'm thinking. I was gonna say that could be like a weather predictor, but that's a meteorologist. Yeah, optometrist. That's
if you have something wrong with your body, what would cause you to go see a meteorologist?
That's an anal issue, I would say.
All right, so I'm going to text you these types of doctors.
Okay.
And
is it because you can't read them?
Some of them I will admit I would probably have a struggle with.
So part of this game is me reading this.
I'm sending them to both of you guys.
Oh.
It's going to go on the MSPH text thread.
Okay.
So say what this doctor is and what part of the body or what do you think they handle?
Okay. Urologist. This has to do with going to the bathroom stuff. So penis stuff. No. Bladder doctor. I'm right, aren't I?
That's close enough.
It is close enough.
You're in the ballpark. But yes, urinary tract.
Yeah.
Kind of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's like where you pee from.
Yeah.
Guys and girls.
Yes, exactly.
I I might do better in this game than you fucking haters think I'll do.
A urologist could also help you out if you have like an STD in your pee hole too.
It's true. It's penis and pussy work.
Sure, yeah.
Oncologist.
Not quite so much pussy work.
Maybe just peeing issues.
I'm going to leave it at the bladder. I got it right.
They're pee doctors.
Now I'm talking myself out of the sale.
So
okay.
Tim and Pudini did like send a little document. So a urologist are surgeons who care for men and women for problems in the urinary tract, like a leaky bladder, and they also treat male infertility.
Ooh. Yeah, let's hope I don't ever have to visit a urologist. All right.
And they also do prostate exams.
So I will have to do that. Okay,
yeah.
Great. Okay. The next one, oncologist. Am I saying it right? I think I'm saying it right. I think this has to do with lungs, right? Don't these guys help out with cancer treatment?
Yeah.
You've got to pick one. You have to pick one. Is it a lung doctor or a cancer doctor?
I blew it.
Well, yeah, I guess it would be cancer because he did kind of blow it. But I've heard this reference more with like lung cancer stuff.
Well, it's cancer, yes.
All right, specific to cancer.
Yeah, they're a cancer specialist. They do chemo and stuff. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I might score higher than you guys think. You fucking pussies.
You might.
Great Pudini, you bitch.
This one is, man, I really got to pay close attention to the spelling of this one because this is tricky. There's a lot of letters in this motherfucker. All right, Geoff. What is this?
I was hoping that one would come up.
It's like an ophthalmologist. Ophthalmologist? Ophthalmologist? Right? Isn't that?
The problem is, Geoff, that this one's unfair to you to read. That H between the P and the T is silent.
Autonomous. Wait.
That's made it. That's somehow got you so much further from the word.
Yeah, it's way harder to pronounce. Until Engelfort? I don't even really have a fucking guess on this one. Oh, no.
Ophthalmologist.
Throat. I'll guess throat. It's a guess.
Is throat your final answer?
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Geoff, that might be what you would describe as an eye doctor.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I really thought I knew what an eye doctor was. Is there a chance? All right. Oh, fuck. All right.
Yeah, they can prescribe you glasses or contact lenses and diagnose and treat diseases like glaucoma. Unlike optometrists, they are medical doctors that treat eye conditions.
Optometrists, they can just like prescribe glasses, huh?
Correct.
Yeah. Those pussies.
And then ophthalmologists actually do the, like, if you need to have
more
surgery, ophthalmologists do it.
Do they do LASIK as well? Or is there LASIK specific? Well, whatever.
I'd imagine so.
Little mama.
All right, here's your fourth
in front of you.
Doctor.
Dumbass. Oh.
You're up, Geoff.
Pulmonologist.
Okay.
Pulmonologist.
Yeah.
You can read it. Do you know what it means? Or what kind of doctor?
So I use the lung. This one's lung. This one, I'm guessing this one's lung.
Is that your final answer?
It is. All right,
wow.
Nice.
Yeah. They're a doctor for breathing issues.
Yeah, pulmonary. That's, yeah.
Specialist for lung cancer, pneumonia, asthma, emphysema, stuff like that. Yeah.
Man, I've never visited any of these doctors, knock on wood. I'm lucky in that sense. Is there any more?
Yeah. There's more. What do you think
So what am I at?
this doctor is?
So I've gotten 3 out of 4.
Oh, we got away from the ologists and in the ishins.
Obstetrician? obis. Oh, God, I can't read this word. Obstetrician. I feel like fucking Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber right now.
It took you so long just to put a string of sounds together that sounded like a word you've heard before.
Obstetrician. I feels like I'm reading it right, but that doesn't feel like a real word. Because it kind of looks like obesity. I'm gonna go ahead and say something to do with weight loss. I'll go weight loss doctor.
A weight loss doctor.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
So when women go to the OB,
they're fat bitches. Oh.
For weight loss, that's what they go for? They go for weight loss?
And that's the same thing, though? I thought, okay, so...
Obstetrics they're
I thought
slightly
that's a gynecologist.
Different. They're slightly different.
So what's
Most
a gynecologist?
Gynecologists are obstetricians.
Dad, what's a gynecologist?
Obstetricians are baby doctors.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I had no chance. Let's be honest, I had no chance. That's not a fair one.
All right, what's this next one, Jeff?
Proctologist.
Yep, and what do they do?
The ass.
Just checking in. Just checking.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, doctor. So 4 out of 6. 67% thus far. That's passing. I'm passing this test.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah, this could turn on me, though.
All right.
I'm on my toes.
Here's your next doctor. And I will admit, this one threw me a curveball.
Internist? Internist.
Yep. Yeah.
This threw you for a curveball.
I don't know why I didn't know this.
This is one that I have a hard time wrapping my head around.
You guys are fucking psyching me out here. I mean, my initial reaction is intestinal doctor. Internal.
I mean, using context clues, that is a solid guess.
Right. But based on what you just said, I don't think that's the right one.
Or maybe I'm psyching you out.
Yeah. You guys are playing 3D chess when it's really not needed here because it's not like this is something to be good at. An internist. It's a doctor. I'll say this doctor's on the childbirth team. Has something to do with labor. Giving birth.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
It is. Damn it.
You are incorrect. You, sir, are the weakest link. I honestly didn't know this term. That's just like your regular doctor. Primary care.
That's
Internist.
bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
That's bullshit.
No, they're different.
How?
But I don't understand how they're different.
Well, according to the document here, it says these primary care doctors treat both common and complex illnesses, usually only in adults. You'll likely visit them or your family doctor first for any condition. Internists often have advanced training in a host of stuff.
Yeah,
Specialties.
they're like a step above a family doctor, if I'm understanding it correctly, but they're basically a family doctor. Yes. Because it says family physicians are trained to diagnose and treat an entire spectrum of medical issues for patients of all ages. Internists develop a comprehensive and deep expertise of common health conditions according to a comparison of internal medicine and family medicine for common adult health conditions. So internists are they don't fuck with kids.
It's a solid doctor to be. You don't want to fuck with kids.
Yeah, kids are annoying.
All right, how about this one? A lot of syllables, but I have faith in you.
Gastroenterologist? Gastroenterologist. Gastroenterologist.
Jeff, I'm gonna suggest something. When you read a word for the first time, do it slowly and sound it out as you go instead of just ripping out whatever sounds you
No,
think
I like Geoff
letters
ripping
might
out
make.
sounds. Well,
It's
what is
just
this? Is this a gashologist? Oh, they specialize in pussies.
Yeah, I like to throw all the syllables and letters onto a plate and then put them back together. Gastroenterologist. Gastroenterologist. I like that one. I like gastroenterologist better.
All right, what's a gastroenterologist do?
Feels like fart doctor, but
Paging Dr. Fart.
oh man, I know this, but I don't. I don't want to do a pass, but I don't know how to explain what is in my brain right now. Man. I don't know.
Do you want to just stick with Fart Doctor?
Kidney doctor?
What's your final answer?
I'll go. Yeah, well, I know a fart doctor isn't going to be right. I do kind of want to stick with that. I'll go kidney doctor. God damn it.
Dude, I think we would have given you Fart Doctor.
Really?
We would have let you slide with Fart Doctor.
yeah.
It's the fucking digestive system.
God damn it. That's the word I was looking for that I couldn't land on. Digestive. Fuck.
You son of a bitch, Jeff.
I was close. I knew it in my bones. I knew that if something's weird with my farts, and I go visit a gastroenterologist.
Yeah,
Wait, how do you pronounce the word?
Gastroenterologist.
Yeah, when you said it all slow, you nailed it.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was a harder word than that.
All right, how about this bad boy?
Neurologist. This is with your brain.
Look at fucking Fancy Pants over here.
Neurology. Yeah, brain doctors.
All right.
All right. So what? A 5 for 8.
All right, let's do one more then. One more.
Wait, do you have 2 more? Could I get to a C? Podiatrist. Oh no. I always fuck this up in pediatrician. One's for children, one's for feet. This one's for the feet. This one's it's a foot doctor. This is a foot doctor. I know this one.
Final answer.
Final answer.
You did it.
Nice.
You did it.
I passed.
You, as soon as you saw it, you went into deep thought mode. You went someplace else for that couple of seconds trying to dig that out of your brain because you were confident you knew it. You just had to find where you had it tucked away.
Because I played back a bunch of scenarios in my head where I thought that was a child's doctor, and I've been like, someone's like, wait, what? What did you just say? Yeah, podiatrist. I had to go see the podiatrist for your foot. I was like, no, it's a doctor, right? And like, no, it's a foot doctor. I'm like, oh shit, all right. I maybe that's not the specific context, but I know I fucked it up in conversation and been corrected in an embarrassing way.
And you know what a cardiologist is?
Heart doctor.
Okay. And what about this one that I just texted to you?
I dated one of these. But
What,
no,
a
I wasn't
cardiologist?
listening to her. No, anesthesiologist. I don't even know if I pronounced it right. They make fucking money. This girl was rich. It was like the first girl I dated when I moved out here. She had like a sick fucking place in Venice Beach.
No shit.
Yeah, she was
Okay.
like
But
good
do you
friend.
know what her job was?
I'm gonna get in there. I'm getting there. Hold on, I'm telling the story.
I think she treated sick dogs.
She was like good friends with John Bernthal's wife.
Whoa.
Yeah. So like I stayed at her house one day, and like John Berthal's wife and kid were just like hanging out, and like I woke up. They came over like super early. It was like when it was still a baby. The kid was still a baby, and they came over super early. And she was talking about her husband going back to upstate New York to visit his old theater school. I was like, wait, where's your husband? Like, what school did he go to? He went to Skidmore, which is in Saratoga, New York, where I'm from. And, like, I know very well. But she was, this girl was an anesthesiologist. I fucked it up again. So they give you the Novocaine, or like the it's what puts you asleep, sir, where you don't feel the surgery being done. Yeah.
Anesthesia?
Yeah, anesthesia.
Like if you're gonna go in for open heart surgery or childbirth, they give you tons of Novocaine.
Yeah. Yeah. They Novocaine the fuck out of you. But like those doctors, they get paid like bank. Because like that job is like you can't fuck that up.
No.
Like you have to have like a 0% failure.
Yeah, you
like,
fuck that dosage up and you either kill somebody.
It's over, yeah.
Or they wake up while their chest is wide fucking open.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I'm pretty sure like the minimum salary, like when you get done with that school, is like $250. Like I think you just walk into like a fucking sick job.
Dude, one of the most like terrifying things that could ever happen to you, like one of the most nightmarish scenarios, metal as fuck, is when the dosage is fucked up or your body doesn't process it right and you're just frozen and feel it all. So you feel them doing a surgery to you and you're just paralyzed.
Yeah. Like seriously, how many different death metal songs have you heard about that?
I mean, it's just...
They have like a whole song dedicated in every death metal album to this very specific thing.
They when they took my wisdom teeth out when I was a kid, they didn't give me enough anesthesia to keep me asleep.
No. Shuddy.
It wasn't bad. Like I was numb, so I didn't feel anything.
Oh, at least you were numb.
You woke up.
Yeah, but I woke up. So I remember hearing the crunching of them from them breaking them up. But the reason they had to put me back under was because I wouldn't stop talking. So
did you guys know the difference between He-Man from the comic books and the animated series? There's a few small differences. Let me go over them for you. By the way, I also have some things discussed about She-Ra, but we'll get to that later. So back to He-Man. Actually, let's start with Battle Cat.
Too chatty, so they had to put me back under.
Like, oh, Jesus Christ, this fucking kid won't stop talking about fucking He-Man.
Give him some more Novocaine.
I mean, when I went in, because I got all my wisdom teeth taken out, but the reason I had to get them out in the first place was my bottom ones were impacted and like on a very, very tilted angle. So just a tiny bit of it was like an iceberg. Only a little bit of my wisdom teeth on the bottom poked out, and the rest of it were submerged. And sometimes food would just go down in between my tooth and the gum, and it got fucking infected and inflamed a lot. But sometimes I would just I bought like those dental hooks, and I could scoop that down and pluck out whatever piece of food got stuck, and then the infection would go away. And one time it was not going. Whatever was in there, I couldn't get out, and it was swelling up really big, and it was painful and really fucking me up. And when I went in, the guy was like, okay, that's a nasty infection. We have to get that tooth out now. Have you eaten anything today? And I was like, well, yeah. I had breakfast and coffee and then came over. And they're like, we can't put you out, but we have to operate. So they numbed the fuck out of me, boatloads of Novocaine, and I was awake for it, getting that one out. And they had to, they injected...
Why couldn't they put you out again? You just shit yourself?
They want you to have an empty stomach in case you vomit while you're passed out, you don't choke to death.
Gotcha.
So I was conscious for it. And I remember it's so vivid when they kept poking me with needles to be like, all right, are you numb yet? Are you numb? And I was like, I guess so. We'll find out how numb I am. This fucking guy takes a scalpel. My mouth is open. And I felt it without any pain, but the sensation of the blade cutting through my infected, inflamed gums down to the tooth. And then they spread it open, and the fucking guy was using a drill to make a divot in the tooth so he could get a chisel in it and then crack the tooth to pull the pieces out. And
Yeah,
it was
that's what I woke up to them doing, was breaking the teeth inside my mouth so they could pull them out bit by bit.
I feel like the underrated terrible part of the story is you hear them talk about the strategy, right, of what they're doing in your mouth, like the doctors talking, right? Because you're awake, you can hear them be like, all right, yeah, let's just break the fucking...
I don't remember too much talking, but I do remember, and the same thing happened to Tully because he woke up in the middle of his wisdom teeth, and the guy put his fucking knee on my chest for leverage to crank it, and I felt my head whipping, like he was really jerking my fucking head around.
Fuck, dude.
And then I had to go back a separate time because healing wisdom teeth sucks ass. There's like all this stuff you have to do to make sure you don't get dry socket. So I couldn't smoke, I couldn't smoke weed, I couldn't hit bowls. I couldn't drink through a straw. Everything I had to eat had to be like real soft for a while. And then once I got knocked out for the other 3, repeat that whole process. And it's nasty. They give you a little squirt bottle with saline to wash the gaping tooth wounds out with. And the first time I did it, all this chewed up food debris came out and smelled like just rotting shit. It knocked me on my ass. That's a smell that'll be burned in my head. It was so concentrated and strong and putrid, it fucking broke my brain.
You sound like the John Wayne Gacy detective.
Oh, yeah.
Smelled the corpse.
Just brutal.
I'll never forget that smell, ever.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Speaking of brutal and things that are metal, I do have to give you tribute real quick to the singer of my favorite band for almost 20 years, Trevor Sternad of the Black Dahlia Murder. Another legend gone, man. And boy, did that one sting.
I could not believe it when I saw it. Just someone that I know of going to shows posted about it. Didn't say, it was just like, rest in peace, Trevor. And it was a picture of them. And I was like, that looks like the dude from Black Dahlia Murder. And then I found out. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I was coming home from Jason's, and I had just parked my car. I opened up Instagram and saw the post from the band. And it was one of those, like, it floored me. Like, my jaw hit the ground. I couldn't fucking believe it. And I was, hoping that it was just some really fucked up sick joke, but I know, I think the only people that ever pulled that off were Typo Negative. Like, they did a fake out death that Peter Steele died. And then, like, a couple years later, he died for real. And it took a while for people to actually believe it because they're like, yeah, you guys did this a couple years ago. Like, what are you fucking doing?
Was it like an April Fool's joke?
I don't even know if it was an April Fool's joke or just them being morbid. But, yeah, I mean, I know death metal, extreme metal isn't everybody's cup of tea, but the first time I heard Black Dahlia Murder was when I was still living with my mom in Jersey. And you know how cable has those music choice channels that you can scroll around? And they have every genre possible. It's like in the thousands in the channels. One day I was like, I wonder if they have a metal channel. And I was surfing through it. I found it, put it on, and the first song that played was by Black Dahlia Murder. And my mind was blown. I was like, I can't believe a band of this caliber exists, and I didn't know about it. I immediately got in my car, drove to the Rockaway Mall, went to like Sam Goody or FYE, and I was like, okay, a band that sounds this good, they have to have like a catalog, and I'm just going to buy every CD they fucking have. And I was shocked when it was like, oh yeah, that's their debut album. They've only got one album out. So I bought it, listened to it on the way home, and I was like, holy shit, I have a new favorite band. I've listened to this album once. They have one album, and they are my favorite band. And that was almost 20 years ago. And like these guys, almost every tour, unless there was something that I couldn't get out of when they happened to be in town, I went to. When I first moved to LA, they played at the House of Blues in Hollywood, which is no longer around, on my birthday. And Brian Slagle, who is the CEO of Metal Blade, I knew because he's a big Howard fan. And he came up to me and he's like, let's go backstage. So we go backstage right when we walk in, and it's full of people and everybody's partying and all the bands are there. And Brian just goes, hey, everybody. this is Kevin Kraft, and today's his birthday. And Trevor just beelines it straight to me. And he's like, happy birthday, man. And he throws his arm around me. He's like, you smoke weed? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I smoke weed. Pulls out a big joint. He's like, let's go smoke this. So I'm smoking weed with him and Chris from 6 Feet Under and like all these metal guys. And I'm just in awe, like smoking a joint on my birthday with all these guys that I admire and stuff. And Trevor really, like if you look at all the tributes that are pouring in online, he was the life of every tour. Just a beaming light of happiness. Shuddy, you've seen them live. We've gone to see them live together.
Yeah.
You'll never see somebody have more fun on stage. Like, for as evil and dark as their music is, this fucking guy was smiling ear to ear the entire time. And that's what he was like off stage, too. Like, all he wanted to do was talk metal, and he was just this endless abyss of metal knowledge. Like, he knew everything. And on his free time, he would just go on YouTube wormholes and find new bands and extreme metal acts that had like 100 views and tweet them out. Like if you're a metal fan, look through Trevor's Twitter timeline, because all he did all day was amplify metal acts that had no views, no fans, no real exposure, and just he did a lot for the genre. If you've ever seen any of their music videos, you know, they were goofballs. They performed shows in Hawaiian shirts. They talked about going on the scene and being the short hair guys in a death metal world where people were like, wait a second, you don't have fucking leather spikes and shit on your arms. You guys don't have long hair. What the fuck are you guys doing? And it took a while for people to really take him seriously. And it was just, I didn't even know he had struggles with depression. You know, I'm not somebody who really hunts down people that I'm a fan of and, you know, watch their interviews and stuff and listen to them getting interviewed on podcasts or shows. I like what they have to offer and I consume their product. That's usually as deep as I get. But I saw in an article, I think it was a Rolling Stone article about Trevor, you know, at this point it's safe to assume that he killed himself because the statement that the band put out just ended with the national suicide hotline number. And so it's like, oh wow, he fucking took his own life. I didn't realize he was that dark. And the lead singer of Machine Head, Rob Flynn, was quoted in this article saying, you know, I just had Trevor on my podcast like 10 months ago, and he was really open about his struggles. So I went and listened to it, and I listened to most of it while I was at, you know, Carl's place over the weekend, and she doesn't give a flying fuck about death metal, but even she was kind of interested and intrigued by it. It's kind of like when I talk about that movie Rush with Chris Hemsworth and like
Niki Lauda.
Yeah, Niki Lauda. I don't give two shits about Formula One racing, but the passion that those guys had in that movie made me give a shit. And I feel like it's worth a listen. I couldn't find it on iTunes, but it's on YouTube. The whole video interview is on YouTube. And just the stories they tell and the struggle of being a metal act, because to be in a metal band, you have to be a virtuoso of your instrument. You have to play a guitar faster than anybody can play the guitar. You have to play the drums faster than any human has ever played the drums. And your reward is touring 8 months out of the year in vans, taking home like chicken scratch.
Yeah, it's a grind.
You do it because you fucking love it. And to hear these guys tell that story, and then Trevor opening up about his depression and doing ketamine therapy to try and treat it and get over it was shocking. You know, I felt really bad for this musician that I've admired and been lucky enough to hang out with a couple of times, to know that he was suffering so bad. And I don't like it caught me by such a surprise. Like, I've seen them live more times than I can count. I have more of their merch than I've ever spent on anybody. I'm wearing one of my dozens of shirts right now. I have fucking Black Dahlia Murder sweatpants. I got a fucking Black Dahlia Murder bowl right here. I even got a Black Dahlia Murder fanny pack.
Yeah, how many times have you worn that?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I think I've never heard a band just crush it musically And his lyrics were just perfectly poetically evil of all the stuff they covered. I know it's impossible to understand what death metal vocalists are saying, but on Apple Music and stuff, they put the lyrics up in karaoke so you can read along with it or Google them. The guy was such a talented lyricist. Like, a lot of times you're there for the music, and then when you look at the lyrics, it's like really corny shit, like, ooh, skeletons and blood, blah, blah, blah. Just like, all right, yeah, you're staying in tune with the genre. But he took it to another level with how fucking just beautifully evil those lyrics could get. And I'm kicking myself. I'm fucking kicking myself. Because for the past couple weeks to a month, I was like, I got to get Trevor on MSPH. Like, I know he would be a good fit for the Poominati. Just in the times I've hung out with him backstage, he's got our sense of humor. He's in our age group. Like, he just turned 41 a week before he died. He was all into retro gaming. Like, they even reference Castlevania all the time in their lyrics. Pothead, fart jokes, poop jokes. Like, he's our people. Like, Trevor was Poominati, no question. And I was too much of a chicken shit. Like, we followed each other on Twitter and Instagram. I could have just DM'd him, but I was too nervous to do it. I was working up the courage.
Kind of shows like how much of a fan you are, because you've reached out to people who have a bigger audience, necessarily, or maybe a bigger platform, and haven't thought twice about it. But this guy who followed you back and you fucking like smoked a joint with, like, it's not a hard. It's not like a hard icebreaker to make. It's not even. You're not even really breaking ice. Like, you're just. Not, I guess, not reconnecting, but still, I mean, you had an end.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and then when I tried to find that interview with Rob Flynn, when I searched his name on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, endless podcast appearances showed up. Like, he did anybody's show who's asked.
Yeah.
So he for sure would have come on. I wanted to get him to do like death metal growls of stuff from the show, like saying "shuddy, shuddy, shuddy" in a death metal voice, or "Dookie Boy the cocksucker" in a metal voice.
Yeah.
I know, like, he started dating this girl
Could
like
do,
a year ago.
I Love Big Mama's House. Give him to do that one.
I think he would have done it because he played ball. He loved goofing off, and as serious as a genre as death metal is, those guys were titans in it without taking it too seriously. Like, they got silly on stage. They didn't have to have the look of, corpse paint and long hair, even though they did go back and forth between having long hair and short hair and stuff, but they didn't necessarily look the part. And yeah, it sucks. And man, it's just their entire career was their peak. It wasn't like talking about Metallica, like, oh man, Ride the Lightning and Justice for All. Like, every one of their fucking 9 studio albums crushed from start to finish. Like, they never passed their peak. Their entire career was like the fucking zenith of metal. And like the show that it was me, Dom, Shuddy. Who do you know who else went to us to that show in Bethlehem?
I don't remember.
It might have been Mark Rooster.
Probably. Maybe Mikey.
I do think Mikey was there, and that was
Mikey. I think got us all the tickets, if I remember correctly.
It was them and Napalm Death, and I remember.
And I think Huntress opened also.
Yeah.
And somebody else. That was relatively big.
I've told a story about the show on the show, or this concert on the show before. This was where I was still going in the pits and stuff, and there was this fucking guy who was laser focused on me. This guy hated me. He must have just been like,
in the pit?
Yeah. He's like, this guy's fucking face. Fuck this guy. So he followed me around the pit and wouldn't stop shoving me. So I got out of the pit, and I'm like, this fucking piece of shit. So I got out of the pit, and I walked around, and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get behind this motherfucker.
Sucker punch him.
And I'm just going to run and fucking charge and shoulder check him right in the back. So I find him. He's not looking at me. And I get a running start. I get in the pit, and I'm running at him, and I tripped over someone's foot and fell into him with the side of my shoulder, and it like knocked it out. And I had to pop it back into place. So he didn't even move. It was like I fell into a wall and hurt myself.
Yeah.
And that was the point where I was like, yep, that was my last mosh pit. I'm done. And it was. That was my last pit.
Oh, wow. But it was at a Black Dahlia murder show?
Yeah. Like before I even moved to L.A. Like years and years and years ago.
Yeah. I mean, that had to be, I wonder, so I saw them twice. I saw them that one time with you at Crocodile Rock, and then also at Sounds of the Underground 2006.
Yeah, that was epic. Dude, that was when they filmed the music video for Statutory Ape, which
With
I've gone through frame by frame to try and find myself in the crowd, and I couldn't do it.
Statutory Ape.
Yeah, it's a song about like guerrilla warfare and the hell of
that
war.
was you went, that was, you were out. Did you go to Sounds of the Underground with us?
I think I did.
Was that
My cousin was my cousin there? Because we went with my cousin too.
No.
Oh.
No, because
Maybe
we
didn't go
didn't even
together.
plan on going. We were at Dom's after the Tally Ho one Friday night and decided at like 2 a.m. to go to Sounds of the Underground the next day and bought tickets on Ticketmaster and went to Camden the next morning. And our friend Trevor was still not mature enough to drink beer. So the only thing we could drink while we were tailgating was Smirnoff Ice.
Oh.
So we and
Savages.
And our friend Frankie, who came with us, he brought a bottle of Jägermeister that was literally, I mean, this tall, like a gigantic bottle of Jägermeister. So before Sounds of the Underground, we were slamming Smirnoff Ice and passing around a giant bottle of Jägermeister in the parking lot.
Fuck yeah. I think was Guar at that show too?
Yeah. Guar, Cannibal Corpse, In Flames,
Behemoth?
Trivium,
Was Behemoth
Black
there?
Dahlia Murder.
How about, I was going to say, Meshuggah?
I don't think Meshuggah was there. They might have been though.
How about Nile?
Nah, I don't think Niall was there.
I feel like Nile is like a pretentious death metal band.
They did, I mean, they certainly stay in their lane of Egyptian death metal.
I said they're like the Pearl Jam of death metal.
I
Kind of douchebags.
Anytime I went to a Black Dahlia murder show and got to hang out with Trevor, I just loved asking him, like, what are you listening to now? Because that's all he did. He just spent all of his time just deep diving and finding new bands and tossing them out there. I've found
Did he
so
ever
many
give you
cool bands.
non-heavy metal bands?
No, but he does talk about on Rob Flynn's podcast, which I think is on Gas Digital, so shout out to Louis J. Gomez, too. When he was doing the ketamine therapy, like they go and you get it like an IV drip. So you're there in a room by yourself getting dosed with ketamine, and he says you fucking trip your dick off. Like you trip balls hard. And he was like, I don't, he's like, 90% of the music I listen to is death metal, but I also have other stuff that I appreciate. And he was like, the stuff that I listen to that isn't death metal is mostly rhythmic shit. Like I love funk and I love disco. And
That's cool.
he said he would be there with an IV drip hanging out of his
Bee
bed,
Gees?
dancing around, listening to fucking disco and funk. But, I mean, I'm at a point now where, I mean, this fucking rocked me. I know it's corny to be rocked by quote-unquote celebrity deaths, but, I mean, nothing got me happier than a new Black Dahlia Murder album, which would come out like clockwork just about every 2 years. And they toured every year, and I went to just about all of them, and just the fact that I can't see my favorite band again is it's a heavy thought.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah.
When I found out, I did think about texting you, but I thought that would be corny, and you.
Oh, I got a lot of texts. I mean, I had listeners reaching out to me being like, dude, if it wasn't for you, I never would have found Black Dahlia Murder, and they're my favorite band now too.
Nice. Yeah, I obviously learned through your Instagram. But I was like, oh man. Like obviously I don't listen to them, but I've seen you wear their t-shirts. I've smoked out of the Black Dahlia murder bowl
The black bullet burning
for
nullifier.
as long as I've known you. So
Kevin
like, I
should
know
do
it's
a
big
rip
deal.
out of it right now in tribute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I kind of agree, but can you do that and continue the show? I mean, I feel
I
like
think I could do it.
I think you
Let's
could
find out.
I think I could do it.
If
Oh,
there's
baby.
ever a way to get him to smoke during the show, this is it, Geoff. Like
Fair
I don't know
enough.
why you just tried talking him out of it.
How can I not do a bull rip for Trevor?
Well said.
For Papa Trev.
I will. A question that I have though is there any? Yeah, is there any weed in there?
Yeah, or are you just hitting ash?
Yeah. I guess there's smoke counts. So are they done? I mean, obviously they're never going to be the same without this guy. But is there a chance that they'll find a new lead singer or try to produce more music?
It's tough. I mean, Trevor was technically the last original member.
Oh shit!
Their rhythm guitarist joined, I think, in 2001 or 2002. So it was before their debut, like, feature album came out. Unhallowed came out in 2003. So he's been with them since they were signed to a major label. They were with Metal Blade for their entire professional career. But I don't know.
Like, you'll give it a listen.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things, like, sometimes, like, In Flames, which I know Dom and Mark Rooster just went to the other night. In Flames and Dark Tranquility are two, like, pivotal, massive Swedish melodic death metal bands. And I'm pretty sure back in their very, very early days, they straight up switched lead singers. And then both bands got really big. But if you're going to do a vocalist change, especially with a death, I feel like that has to be really, really early on. I know Suffocation had the same singer for 25 years, and I think that guy just retired, and they subbed in a new guy. But I don't know if people will be able to do it, man. I don't know if people could take a different front man.
Yeah, it's still so early and fresh. No one,
And it's also weird. Like, he started dating this girl who was like an OnlyFans model.
What?
And like a week or two before he died, he did like a little show with her, which was surprising. But I was like, "Fuck!"
Wait, did you
Go
watch
Trevor.
it?
No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I don't know if
He
you
went
did.
looking
I
for
don't
that
even know how to think
before
about
he went
that.
looking for the podcast interview.
I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't. Like, if
Is it because
Shuddy
he's
or
dead?
Geoff,
Oh, all right.
No,
It's
let's-
just because you know him.
okay. There is an extremely short list.
Wait a minute.
Of-
If I'm going to Pound Town on OnlyFans, you're not going to watch?
No.
Come
Fuck
on.
No, I don't want to hear your fucking sex noises. I don't want to see your O face. Let alone your almost guaranteed horrible penis.
Speaking of, the
Wait,
other day
we're still
in
doing
my
tributes, I thought.
Facebook memories, there was a shit-talking post from Geoff about the Rangers.
Oh no.
And
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was what was wondering if that's what prompted me to send Geoff the dick pic.
Probably. And it's all, yeah, this is like the anniversary for that stuff because it's the hockey playoffs right now. We just beat Pittsburgh to advance to the next round. I actually thought about that because my brother's super into the Rangers. I actually really haven't paid attention to much hockey since I moved out here, but I'm into the playoffs, and it's fun to watch. Rooting for the Rangers now. And after they clinched last night, I thought about Shuddy's dick, unfortunately.
You've scarred him, Shuddy.
Yeah.
gift
So every
that keeps
every
on
time the
giving.
Rangers score, I think it's Shuddy's penis.
I just
It's
picture
terrible.
I picture Geoff watching Ranger games.
That's why I don't fucking watch it anymore.
And he starts hallucinating like a Looney Tunes cartoon, and no longer are they holding hockey sticks. They're all just like wagging around Shuddy's
Yeah.
limp penis.
Shuddy really ethered the hockey fan in me. Like I'm done now. I can't. But anyway, so
I did, you know, in my brain where I actually had enough courage to DM him and ask him to come on the podcast. I did want to ask him about that and stuff, and they did a really cool thing during the pandemic, during like the depths of it, where it was just everything was shut down for so long. Nobody was touring. There was no real entertainment coming out. They did this special called Yule 'Em All around Christmas, where
it's like heavy metal in front of a Yule log.
It wasn't live, but they recorded themselves performing as a group. Like obviously no audience, but one of the venues was like a church, which was fucking sick.
Yeah.
They played in a barn, and then they played in somebody's like house, like in their room.
So
and they like I said, they don't take this shit all that seriously. So they had Christmas lights up, and they were in onesies, just rocking the fuck out to the most extreme metal.
So was it edited footage from all 4 like locations?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then like little skits and stuff thrown in, which I don't think it was up on their merch page. It was like Nightshade merch. I always get it confused, but like you could buy a ticket to it, and then it went live, and it was active to watch for like a week. And I don't know what happened to it since then. It never got released on like a physical DVD, but I just remember being so depraved of entertainment, locked up in here by myself for so long, and then it was like invigorating. Like I was up and like jumping in my living room, running around, fucking headbanging like a maniac, like I was actually at a show. They were fucking givers, man. So it's a huge bummer to me. I know death metal is so not mainstream that majority of people don't give a flying fuck, but that music just had such an impact on me. And I've never gotten sick of a Black Dahlia Murder song. Even their first album that's been out since 2003. Any song that comes on by them, I am not skipping it. It's a fucking banger. And
This guy's your Tupac.
really is, man. And even if you're not into, you know, death metal, extreme metal, I definitely recommend watching that interview he did with Rob Flynn from Machine Head, because it's super interesting. It's just, even if that's the only metal thing you ever absorb, it's really fascinating learning how things work behind the scenes and just how unglamorous the road life of a metal band is. You know, they did everything in house. Trevor handled all their social media stuff. He answered everybody, replied to all the shit. The band had no techs, so they did all their own instrument set like work and tuning and all that stuff, because there's so little overhead. You make so little money on the road because you got to pay for gas and all the shit that comes with it. Like if they get guitar techs and stuff, tours are a wash.
Yeah, they don't make any money.
Yeah. So it's
a
really
grind.
interesting and definitely worth checking out. And I'm sorry to bring another bummer into the show, but I gotta pay tribute to a legend, and we can do something fun now, right, Shuddy?
Yes, sir.
Letterboxd, it's Letterboxd, the D stands for dicks. It's the Letterboxd Game.
So I just threw together a little Letterboxd game
You ready to get thrashed, Geoff?
Yeah.
of actors who have had birthdays since the last time we recorded.
Oh, that's solid.
And some of them,
I love a Shuddy Boy gimmick.
some of them are slightly obscure. Slightly. And in
Interesting.
that case, we are going up. Kevin's moving for the rule while I'm trying to tell the fucking modified rules.
You ain't got more weed. It's
motherfucker.
crucial.
I'm gonna, now that I smoked, I'm gonna need this to get me through the Patreon show as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it too.
Okay. So on the more obscure ones, like this first one, the first 6 films are in play for points.
Wow.
So they're worth, top 3 are worth double.
You're getting real fucking abstract here, Shuddy. I love it.
So, starting with the birthday furthest from today, Kenan Thompson. Geoff, since you're at a
Good burger
handicap,
fan.
you can go first.
This is a movie he's in? I think I only know Good Burger. Since you're giving me the first crack at it, I'll just take that one. I can't believe how badly oh man.
He was just in something that I saw recently too, and it sucked.
I feel like he should be
I
in
think I remembered
Bridesmaid,
what it was.
but he wasn't. I don't think he was in that movie.
If I didn't think of the movie I just thought of, I was going to say Bridesmaids just on a whim and hope that he had a cameo in it or something.
Yeah, so I'll go Good Burger, but
Okay.
I used to be in my film buff prime, I probably would have killed it in this game. We would have been a lot more competitive in this, and it's incredible how terrible I am. It really bums me out.
You suck ass.
I do think that this app is a little goofy, and sometimes the results are nuts, but whatever.
All right, so you're going Good Burger?
Yeah, I have to.
I think I'm 99% sure he was in Home Sweet Home Alone, the Home Alone sequel that went straight to Disney Plus. I think he was like a real estate agent or some shit in it.
He sure was in that movie. However, that was number 10.
Oh!
So that gets you
Sorry, little
0
mama.
points.
I just scared her.
Geoff snags 2 for Good Burger, which was at spot 5.
Wow.
When you said, my heart went into my throat when you said, I just saw him in something that was terrible. I thought this was going to backfire on me trying to give Geoff a little bit of an even footing, and you would have said Huey Halloween and gotten 6 points.
Oh.
Because you did watch that, and it was terrible.
No, I'm actually on the record of saying it's mediocre.
I'm on the record that's saying it's terrible. I watched that and I thought it was terrible. I don't remember.
But rounding out his top 3 was the Grinch.
Oh,
I never even seen that.
I have seen it.
And Snakes on a Plane.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, and then I guess since we're at the top 6, Smurfs was number 4, and Trolls World Tour was number 6.
Honestly, I haven't even seen any of these. I've never seen Snakes on a Plane. I'm ashamed to admit that.
The movie that should be
It's
number
fun.
1, D2, The Mighty Ducks, was number 12.
Wow.
Wow, that is okay. That's one I should have gotten.
That's shocking to me.
And D3 was 16, and Heavyweights was number 13.
Oh,
Heavyweights might have been.
And Fat Albert was number 20.
Oh, I forgot he did a Fat Albert movie.
See, as you're saying it, D2 should have been, in my opinion, in my head, that would be like the highest ranked or the most popular movie he's
Fucking
at.
Knuckle Puck, buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
Street hockey kid in LA.
That shit is so funny to me. The street hockey team in fucking LA, all urban kids, all black kids. Fuck out here.
It's like Michael Scott produced that.
Yeah.
All right.
Shit.
The comedy legend, George Carlin. This is just top 3.
Man, I've got a couple contenders, but I don't know which one would be higher.
I have no idea what he was
Geoff,
in. I'm going to go ahead.
Since you scored the points last time, you can go first.
I feel like he was in a Kevin Smith movie, right? Wasn't he in Dogma?
He was. Is that your guess?
Yes. Because I'm not getting there on another one. I'll just take that one now that I...
Yeah, he... what was his character's name? Wait, was he in Dogma? It's been a long-ass time since I've seen Dogma.
Didn't he play God?
No, that was Alanis Morissette.
Oh, that's right.
See, okay, so now that Geoff is locked in on an answer, I can show my work. I don't know if it's going to be Bill and Ted or Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
So he's done multiple Kevin Smith movies.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm going to go with Bill and Ted. I think Bill and Ted will be higher.
Can you be more specific?
Yes.
There are 3 Bill and Ted movies.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. The first one.
Okay. Dogma was number 5.
Oh, he was the Cardinal in Dogma.
He was, yeah. Yep.
He introduces the Buddy Christ statue as the Catholic Church tries to rebrand.
Bill and Ted Face the Music is number 3. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is number 2.
Is Bogus Journey? Oh, it's Jay and Silent Bob.
And Cars is number 1.
I feel like animated shouldn't count for what we're talking about. You
Bill
got to
and
be able to see
Bogus
them.
Journey was number 4. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was number 7.
Because, like, as I'm,
Jersey Girl number 8.
Another Kevin Smith.
as I'm thinking about it, like, Shrek might win if we played Mike Myers. I almost said Mike Myers. But I wouldn't. Well, now that I'm talking about it, I thought of it, but I wouldn't think of that as I was playing it because it's animation. But it's definitely
Animated movies are big.
Right, and it's definitely his biggest movie, right? Well,
It's got to be that. I mean, he was in Inglourious Bastards, or the first
we're
Austin
talking
Powers.
about Letterboxd D,
Yeah.
yeah, we're talking about Letterboxd D. But his biggest movie is Austin Powers or Shrek.
Yeah.
I mean, Shrek's probably more famous, more popular, made him more money. That's what I'm getting at. What made him
I
more
don't know.
money?
Shuddy's got
All
a
right,
very
next
smug
up.
look on his face, like that he might be on the list or something.
No. Harvey Keitel is next. Friday the 13th was his birthday.
Cool.
Metal.
Very metal.
You think?
So was that fucking blood moon eclipse last night? Oh.
And Kevin, you scored the points, so you go first.
Harvey Keitel. Oh, and I can't show my work either because Geoff will snag my leftovers.
I mean,
Yep.
I have 3 guesses. So if you take one of them, I'm just gonna default.
I have lots of guesses. But I honestly think, and Geoff, you're going to hate this, especially if I get points for it, it's going to be the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah, it's not one of my 3 guesses.
All right, Geoff.
I'll just play it safe. I'll go Pulp Fiction. I'll just play it safe. Hopefully I win here.
Number 3 was Inglorious Bastards. That's why I had that look on my face, because you mentioned Inglorious Bastards when you guys were talking about Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel.
Number 2, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh.
I can't remember Harvey. This is bugging me. I cannot remember Harvey Keitel in Glorious Bastards.
I can't either.
I cannot.
And I watched it within the last year.
Number 1,
Oh, it's going to be Pulp
Pulp
Fiction.
Fiction.
Fucking Geoff.
Yeah, but you had the first guess. I think you kind of.
All right.
Maybe you overthought it.
Sharing a birthday with Harvey Keitel. Good old Shovel Face.
Oh.
I guess we like him now, or Kevin likes him now, so we don't call him that.
We can still call him
Robert
Shovelface.
Pattinson. Geoff, the floor is yours.
I should say Good Time. No, I'm not going to. I mean, it doesn't have to be Batman I'll go Twilight. I'll just say Twilight. But I'm probably overthinking it. I'll go Twilight.
I mean, he was also in a Harry Potter movie, but I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
And those are super popular.
Are they?
I've heard they caught fire. Like some people are into that. Yeah, I'll just go the Batman. I feel like it's modern. Oh, I blew it.
I can't believe
I fucking
Geoff
blew it.
left that fucking just like he says it and walked completely away from it
Oh, Geoff blew it.
because the Batman was number 1.
Suck on my dick.
Well, I mean, it's worse that he walked away from it, I think.
Good Time was number 5.
Okay.
Wow.
Twilight was number 6.
What?
See, that's I don't know. That's surprising, I think, right?
Suck on my dick.
I mean, Batman being ahead of Twilight isn't surprising, but Twilight was a big property.
So it was the Batman, then the Lighthouse,
Wow.
Tenet,
You saw that.
Harry
Tenet.
Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Good Time, Twilight.
Wow, Good Time was more popular than Twilight.
Yeah.
That's got to give you some hope for humanity.
I thought Good Time was annoying. Like
Oh,
those
that's right.
two characters are so fucking stupid. Well, actually, one had like the character had a mental issue.
Yeah, that was one of the Safdie brothers.
Yeah, that movie frustrated me.
It's a fucking gritty, like
Yeah,
almost like skeevy feeling movie,
Yeah.
which I liked.
yeah. Okay, fair enough.
But yeah,
All right.
I think that's what made the movie so entertaining was just how stupid and how bad at decision making he is, because it got him into every one of those scenarios. Sorry, Shuddy, go ahead.
Kevin, you get first crack at Mr. Tim Roth.
I like Tim Roth, but he's one of those guys. He fucking blends in. You forget he's in things. Tim Roth, and I know that motherfucker's got a very impressive IMDb list. Do I go fucking... Oh, man, I shouldn't have smoked weed before this game.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Because I thought of the movie, and then I thought of an answer that it wouldn't be, and now the wrong one is all I can think about. Oh, it popped back into my head. Okay. I feel like Tarantino crushes it on Letterboxd, so I will go The Hateful Eight. I'm pretty sure he's in Hateful Eight.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, no, he is in that. I think I only saw like half that movie. I'll go with another. I'll go Reservoir Dogs.
I almost went Hulk.
I should have went
Incredible
Pulp
Hulk.
Fiction twice, honestly.
The Incredible Hulk is number 6 and would have gotten you 0 points.
Whew. All right.
But being that the Hateful Eight is number 5, you also got 0 points. So it would not have mattered that much.
Reservoir Dogs has to score.
Reservoir Dogs is number 3.
Holy shit.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is number 2. And Pulp Fiction is number 1.
I just would have felt cheesy picking Pulp Fiction twice.
Okay. Geoff, you get first crack at double points. Chaz Palminteri.
Ha.
I mean, he's in 2 of my favorite movies ever.
He played the asteroid in Armageddon.
God damn it. I'll go Usual Suspects.
You bastard. You absolute bastard.
What are some of the ones you're thinking of?
I mean, I don't know how popular it would be, but A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I can't get fucking Moonlight out of my head, and I can't remember if he was in Moonlight or not.
I didn't even see it. You're on your own there.
Cher and Nick Cage. But there's a chance I'm thinking of Paul Sorvino. Damn it.
Yeah,
These shifty Italians.
these Guinea Watt pizza shops.
Fuck me. Chaz Palminteri. You know what? I'm rolling the dice here, and I'm gonna just. This is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done in Letterboxd, but I'm just gonna guess that he was in Chicago. Shuddy's laugh just fucking killed me.
So my 2, I love Bronx Tale. Love Bronx Tale. Have you ever even seen that movie?
Nope, but that was definitely what I was trying to think of.
Damn it, that movie kicks
So-
ass.
I am going to say that this new rule was put in place specifically for when we got to Chaz Palminteri, because I wanted to help Geoff, and I knew that as number 4, he would at least get points if he went with A Bronx Tale, because he talks about it all the time.
Oh, no. I actually... Usual Suspects might be like a Mount Rushmore movie for me, though. I love that.
However, he did it just... I knew that either one of you could have picked The Usual Suspects. So it was just going to be possibly who got here first. And it worked out in Jeff's favor that he got first pick and got number 1 and snagged 6 points.
Oh,
so
damn
he
you.
now leads by 4.
Let's go, baby. Is there one more left?
He has 12. Actually, he leads by 5. Jeff has 12 points. Kevin has 7. There are 2 more left. Kevin needs to score higher than Jeff before we get to the last one, which is a double point. So if Kevin can score some points this time, we do have to go to
I just
the
assumed
last
this
one.
was the final actor.
No.
So let me guess, he wasn't in Chicago, huh?
No, not at all.
Fuck me.
That
Right
was
in
a stupid guess. We're not even going to talk about yours.
the, fuck my stupid ass.
So Jeff, Danny Trejo.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Was he in Heat?
I know he's done voices
Wasn't
and
he in
stuff too.
Heat? He was in Heat, right? Fuck, I'm gonna say I'm just gonna say Heat. The voice one, yeah, I'm completely out on it. If he's in Finding Nemo, I would never know.
I know he's. I know he's in.
It probably ranked really high. You know, I probably should use Finding Nemo.
I know he's in the Dora the Explorer movie because he came on the Ella Show to promote it. I think this is gonna. It's got to crack the top 3, so I'll say From Dusk Till Dawn.
Nice. Yeah, I was thinking Dusk Till Dawn, Desperado. I fucking love Desperado.
All right.
Desperado's
so,
sick.
Dora the Explorer was number 20.
Ah, fuck me.
Book of Life, which was another animated movie he was in, was number 10. Con Air was number 5. From Dusk Till Dawn was number 3.
Yeah.
Then
Double
Anchorman. And then at number 1, making it mathematically impossible for Kevin to win, even if Jeff scores 0 points and Kevin gets number 1. Heat.
He was nice.
Wow.
Parmesan poof.
You've just been Jeff. Fucking pussy.
Man.
So Jeff won 15-8.
That was a That was a well-earned win, Jeff.
I feel like all the categories lined up perfectly for me.
Yeah.
Last one would have been Pierce Brosnan.
I would have guessed. I would have hoped you didn't guess Goldeneye, and then I would say Goldeneye. Or
See, I would have gone for the win and said Mamma Mia.
yeah, that's the one
And
I would have
Kevin
went
would have gotten 6 points. Jeff would have gotten 0, which would have made it still Jeff winning 15-14.
I imagine that Mrs. Doubtfire is probably going to be high on his list too, right? Or no?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Mamma Mia, The World's End, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
It was a drive-by
Mrs.
flirting.
Doubtfire, Mars Attacks, and Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief are his top 6.
I'm not even sure that's a movie that actually exists. I feel like they put a poster out for it and they tricked everybody.
Which one?
Percy Jackson and the fucking Queef or whatever?
And The Lightning Thief?
Yeah.
It does exist. I saw it in the theaters with the boys.
Wow.
It's the only Percy Jackson movie I saw. They're doing a new Percy Jackson's show for one of the streamers.
Well, Jeff just got excited.
Anna,
my dick's hard.
I love Percy.
hold on. Anna,
Got a Percy Jackson jersey.
nope, not Anna de Armas. What's the other one? The other
The other missile?
Anna de Armas is
Anna Daddario.
Oh, Alexandra Daddario.
Yeah, Alexandra Daddario was in the Percy Jackson movies.
True Detective Minx, right?
Are these Percy Jackson movies streaming anywhere, Shuddy?
I don't know that, but I believe she was a child at the time.
Oh. Never mind. I'll just rewatch Baywatch.
Fair enough.
86. No, she wouldn't have been a child. She's contemporary with us.
Yeah, solid.
Love those nugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Epic Hall of Fame Nugatos.
Yeah. First ballot Hall of Fame Nugatos.
Well, I tip my hat to you, Geoff. That was a solid win.
I needed one. I usually take the L in Letterboxd in the Letterboxd game.
You didn't
Is
even
little
like
Mama standing on the table?
She's got
part of it.
Top of her front two front feet on the table, and then her hind legs on my lap. Mama.
Yeah,
Look at
you
the
whipped my
camera.
ass fair and square. There were no like weird technicalities or anything. That was a true trouncing. Fuck you, Geoff. We did do Shuddy and I did a in-depth spoilery review of Doctor Strange in the Easter egg. Just a quick refresher if you want to know where we stand without getting anything spoiled. Shuddy's at 4 dicks. I'm at 2.75 dicks. And the Easter egg, as you all know, exclusive to the audio podcast, so you won't be able to see that on YouTube. You'll have to flip over. But yeah, I do actually have something current to review before
I do too.
we take our leave.
So do I.
I don't know if we
We're
can
going
get
long
to it.
today, everybody. Sorry.
Buckle in. Good thing I brought that weed over from the couch.
Yeah, for sure. Pack that bowl, homie.
I actually did a double feature so I could watch the 2022 Firestarter and the 1984 Firestarter.
Which did you watch first?
What's the Firestarter? Is that on Netflix?
No, it's on the cock.
I keep seeing commercials for it. I wonder where.
It's also in theaters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had never seen the original, and I did watch the remake first.
Okay.
I don't know why I chose that, but
Drew Barrymore's first film, right?
it's got to be close, if not her first. That or no, E.T. was her first movie, probably, because E.T.
Oh, yeah, you're right. She was,
was 82.
She was, yeah.
So the remake was getting trashed, and people were also using the original to be like, yeah, the original sucked ass too, and they took another shot at it, and that one sucked ass. And I don't know who the girl is who plays, the title role of said Firestarter, but Zac Efron is her dad, and then some other chick plays her mom, and it's basically this couple that got experimented on in college for like a paid experiment, get powers, and then they give birth to a daughter who also has powers, and they're sort of on the run trying to keep this secret government organization from capturing her and turning her into a weapon. And it just had, I don't know, the whole vibe of the movie was very stale and bland, and it wasn't really all that great. The acting was super wooden and corny. And Zac Efron, I like that guy. He was decent. And towards the end, there were some good uses of the firepower and some bloody deaths that were enjoyable. But overall, it was pretty much a snooze fest. And I don't know.
Happy you didn't see it in the theater?
Yeah, I streamed it on the cock, and it was like a 2.25
Oh, wow.
at best. Yeah, it kind of sucked.
Jesus Christ.
It was teetering back and forth between a 2.5 and a 2.25. But it was unnecessary.
Wait, what did you think of the original?
So the original did suck. Like everybody's right on that.
Well, there were titties in it, at least.
No titties, but Heather Locklear was the mom.
Oh, wow.
But they changed a few things. Like the mom in the Drew Barrymore one, she's just dead, and you only see her in flashbacks. So Heather Locklear is barely in it. And the script was garbage. I'll give you this on both movies. The score fucking rules. Great, great horror movie score. John Carpenter, his kid Cody Carpenter, and some third person whose name I forgot did the score for the 2022 one. And it's great. It sounds like a John Carpenter 80s movie. So I'll give him points on that. And I don't know who did the score. It wasn't John Carpenter, but the score in the original one kicks ass too. But what saved the original and made it better was Drew Barrymore goes fucking off And the special effects for 1984 were sick. Like, she shoots legit fireballs out, and they look like giant Hadoukens. And then they hit houses, and it's exploding. And I think in 1984, they were still pretty flippant with the lives and safety of stuntmen. People got rocked, no doubt, in the making of Firestarter. Like, people were like clearly like crouching and hunkering down behind pillars when buildings in front of them blew up, like houses.
Oh shit!
People's
movie
heads got
itself
set on
wasn't that
fire.
good?
Nah, the movie kind of sucked, but
So they risked a bunch of stuntmen's lives.
yeah.
Stuntmen's lives for this.
But man, that last 10 minutes, it fucking crushes. It was really cool. It's just 10 minutes of Drew Barrymore laying fucking waste. Like setting people on fire, exploding people, vehicles, cars, helicopters getting blown out of the sky, houses exploding. It's just 10 minutes of carnage.
Is it better than the first?
This is... Wait, what?
I mean, is
He
it better?
means
Is it better?
the new one.
The remake.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely rank the remake higher. The original higher than the remake.
Right. Okay.
I'd say the original is maybe like it's teetering between 2.75 and 3 dicks. There's not much of a difference, but that last 10 minutes really saves it.
What are you laughing about, Shuddy?
Me all stoned and confusing
Kevin
myself.
takes one hit of weed and look at him. He's a fucking mess. Look at his hair. He went from being put together to being all disheveled.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm a little toasty,
Love it.
but I'm leaning into it.
That's what I'm laughing at.
You're gonna
Sorry.
need in and out after the Patreon.
I just noticed your hair has just gotten so wild all of a sudden.
Dude, I was thinking about for In-N-Out Monday just scaling down and getting 1 double-double. I'm stoned. I didn't eat at all today.
You get
2 double-doubles.
3 triples. Oh, give me 8 4x4s.
We watched The Lost City last night.
Oh, the
Is that Tatum and Sandy?
Sandy Bobo and
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did you pay to rent this? Because I saw it just went to VOD, but I think it's on Paramount Plus, right?
We watched it on Paramount Plus, thankfully.
Ooh, sounds like The Lost City has a bit of an uphill battle here with Shuddy.
It sucked. I'm not going to mince my words. It was garbage.
And Harry Potter was the bad guy, right?
Yeah. So every time I saw the trailer, I was against this movie from the jump because it's basically the same story as Romancing the Stone with Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas.
I've never seen that, but I hear people talk about it fondly.
It is a lot of fun. There's this scene that it never made it. It took until I was an adult for the scene to really resonate with me, but they come across a cargo plane that's crashed in the jungle that was smuggling weed. And Michael Douglas is smoking a joint and is reading an old Rolling Stone and is appalled when he finds out the Doobie Brothers broke up. It was I don't even know why I find it so funny now that I understand he was smoking weed. But anyway, this movie had none of the charm or charisma of Romancing the Stone. It was wooden. Sandy Bulbul looked a little funny. Either they did some edits in post-production or she's had a significant amount of work done recently.
But it wasn't funny because it's like a comedy action movie.
The jokes were like, they were so like obvious, like hit you in the face. Like they were not, it was
No subtlety to be found.
No cleverness.
no subtlety to be found. It was like they wrote it for dum-dums.
I would have loved it. Sounds like my kind of movie.
Not much chemistry between Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock, in my opinion.
How was Channing Tatum and Brad Pitt? Because I do like both of them.
The Brad Pitt scenes were with Channing Tatum were the most fun scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
They have good chemistry.
I feel like anyone could have good chemistry with Brad Pitt.
They should have 69. I let those guys spit roast me.
I'll pay that on VOD.
But Ginger and Blorp both rated it 4 stars on Letterboxd D. So that's what prompted me to give it a try. It was such garbage that Sharon was asleep by the time we had hit the 30-minute mark.
Oh, no.
Did you unfollow Blorp and Ginger?
And I held on for the whole 111 minutes because I figured something had to happen for these two. People I trusted their opinions at one point to rate it so highly. And there was nothing. Nothing at all.
Shots fired at Blorp and Ginger.
Yeah. I just saw Shuddy Boy's typed out review on Letterboxd D that names them both. Blorp and Ginger, I'm mad at you both.
Is that the title of it?
It's the last line of his review.
Nice.
Oscar, there were some bright spots. Oscar from The Office is in it.
All right, I like him.
He is very, very funny. Divine Joy Randolph, who plays Sandra Bullock's manager, is also really fucking funny. And Oscar is in love with her. And that their dynamic is really fun because she wants no part of it. But he's just so innocently weird. So there are some things that are not too bad about it, but it's a 1.5 for me.
Oof.
It was not.
That one stinks.
The things that I just mentioned do not make up for any of the other nonsense.
Man, I mean, I am gonna end up watching it. I do have Paramount Plus, so I fucking might as well.
You'll probably disagree with me. I seem to be in the minority with that opinion.
I don't know, man. Comedies you got to really nail.
But I don't think it wasn't a good comedy movie, and it wasn't a good romantic movie. Like, it tried too hard to be too much.
Failed at everything.
So it wasn't good at anything.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't like one of her other rom-coms or one of his, like, 21, like, it was almost like they tried to mash one of her rom-coms with 21 Jump Street.
Oh, yeah. That's a fool's errand right there.
Like, it was too goofy and for there to be any real thought of this being a romance. Like, it was just weird.
What did you see, Geoff? Hopefully not a documentary.
No, I finally saw The Northman, actually.
No shit.
Yeah, we got it on VOD, though. Well, whatever. We have a big-ass TV in our living room, so it was cool. I obviously, it's probably a better movie to see in the theater. It does have some pretty sick, like, cinematography, shots of Iceland. Like, you pretty much nailed it in your review when you were discussing it. Spoilers, though, because I do want to talk about a couple of things in the film I thought were pretty cool and interesting. But, I mean, like, this,
I think I know the one you're going to start with.
The story, like, if you've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times, right? It's a revenge. It's a revenge story. My brother summed it up. It's Hamlet retold. I never even read Hamlet. I'll just take him at his word for it. But whatever. And it was well done. I actually think there could have been more, like, action, like more battle scenes. There could have been one like really good battle scene that I think, like, with Ethan Hawke's character.
Yeah, I think that was kind of why I described it as a little art housey, because it didn't take as many attempts to throw in, like, huge battles or fights. The fights were almost like a bit of an afterthought to the story.
Yeah, I mean,
they were not the main focus.
the violence was sick
Yeah.
when it was used, and it was
Yeah.
well done. That was cool. I didn't really like the fantasy part of it or the
supernatural elements to it.
yeah, like essentially this dude hallucinating. I
I like when he fought that big like monster skeleton that came back to life when he fell into like an abandoned
was
ship
in
or
the-
whatever.
Yeah, the burial boat,
Yeah,
the burial mound.
that was
like-
fucking cool.
I like the scene with that game that they're playing, and he fucks that giant up. Pretty
Oh,
much beats
yeah.
him to death as he like
Yeah.
saves his like half brother.
That was the mountain from Game of Thrones.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I figured. Damn, dude,
He
that guy.
fucked that guy up.
That guy. What's his name? Alex Skarsgård, right? He played.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
got
big
jacked for that
dude.
movie.
Hell yeah.
Eric Northman from True Blood. This was his origin story.
But the best scene in the movie was when he finally like talks to Nicole Kidman, his mom, and like tells her like it's like I'm your son. Like her perspective on that was fucking interesting. I thought that
That was a cool twist, right?
It was a very cool twist, and I still can't really put it all together. So like, essentially, after he like infiltrates the
guy who killed his dad.
the guy who killed his dad's camp or farm, who
It's like
turned
his
out,
uncle, right?
again, spoiler, it's his uncle, right? He finds out that his uncle took his mom and like married his mom and made his mom like his, like the mother of the woman of the house of the farm, right? So he finally like confronts her and is like, "Yo, I'm killing this fucking guy. I'm gonna rescue you." And she was like, "Your father is a huge piece of shit, actually." But like, she kind of hedged her bets at the end, right? By like coming on to her son and making out with him. Like, "Yo, if you win, though, like we could be cool."
Yeah.
But that was
Which
a
was-
trip.
Oh, yeah, that was tough to watch.
It was tough to watch, but like, she's just like a very cunning bitch. That's just like she's just gonna live. Like all I'm concerned about is living, right?
Yeah.
So like she had to do what she had to do for Ethan Hawke. She flipped when his brother killed him, and she was ready to flip if the son won the fight.
Yep.
Right. And I also thought it was interesting that whole shit with his brother. So his brother killed Ethan Hawke to become the king,
Yeah.
right? But this motherfucker effectively became the king of like a nothing territory that eventually Norway just came and took over.
Yeah. So he got nothing.
He got nothing, and he went from king to shepherd farmer, and like putting that in like 2022 terms, it was like the CEO of Sony has been, in rough shape lately. It'd be like if this guy went from CEO of Sony to like fucking store manager of McDonald's. It's like, damn, dude, how big of a drop off was that? Like you fucking, you really fell off. Really took a fucking backward step in your career.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good though. Like again, the story wasn't anything like unique, but it was pretty well told. I'd give it like a 3.75.
Yeah, that's higher than I thought you would give it.
The thing is, like
I'm guessing your brothers liked it more than you.
about the same.
Oh,
about
alright.
the same. Like I enjoyed what I was watching, but I'll honestly never probably watch it again.
Oh man, I'm getting that the day it comes out on fucking disc. I'm getting it.
Fair enough. I'm not
thought that was
hating on a positive review for it. I get it. I just
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of movies that I've enjoyed and given good reviews to, but just it's like, yeah, one and done. That's all I needed out of that.
like you could have, and I will say, it went by very fast. Like
Yeah.
it was a fast 2 hours and 20-minute watch. I'll give it credit for
Yeah.
that. I could have used like a Battle of the Bastards scene, like one just fucking like Braveheart old school like fucking sword battle between two like Nordic clans or whatever
Yeah.
what's going on up there.
Well, a lot of like For some reason, someone's PR team was out to tank that movie, and they were just because it is an indie flick, but it's got a really, really hefty budget for an indie flick. And even though it was successful and well received and well reviewed, all these fucking media outlets were dunking on it. They're like, see, this is what happens when you put too much money into an indie film. Everybody loses money. And people on social media were like, shut the fuck up, man. That movie kicked ass. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like you guys are part of the problem that, you know, you're not getting people out to see an awesome movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Interesting.
Yeah, the budget was $90 million. It's a lot for, I guess, something that's technically in indie flick.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's such a stupid like argument to make because like there is an opportunity for that movie to catch lightning in a bottle and make fucking $500 million. Maybe that's a little high, but you know what I mean. It could have 4x'd its budget.
It's not even at 60 million worldwide right now.
Yikes.
So it failed. And that's a bummer. Even though I'm not an A24 guy, that is a bummer because they took a legit.
I don't think this was A24.
It was.
It was?
Yep.
Oh. I thought it was like Neon or something. Ah, fuck me.
Whatever.
All right, well, there you have it, friends.
My mom wants to go to In-N-Out.
Shuddy. I think I might have to shuddy you. I don't think Northman's A24.
I'm almost positive.
I think it's Regency Focus.
He couldn't let that one go, Shuddy. This piece of shit.
Out of all the times Shuddy has shuddied me, I had to get him back.
We'll play your button then.
I don't even know where my button is. What is it? Is it fucking... Is it this one?
Human fecal matter.
Suck on my dick. Isn't that your button?
Suck on my dick!
Good job.
Yep. Got him.
You did.
24, you dumbass. Come on.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting MSPH. And if you would like to receive more of our content in your life, please head over to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. It supports us and it keeps the show going. And you get fuckloads of new content out of it. Just before the show today, Geoff and I taped another Dragon Ball Queef, which will go up on Wednesday. We're about to wrap in a couple weeks the first season of Queef or No Queef. There's so much fucking stuff on there. And we're stoked on it. We're super proud of it and think you should check it out and give it a try.
Well said, Kevin.
Yeah. You can also check out our YouTube channel. If you would like to see all of our wonderful faces during all of this, you can go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour.
We're getting some views.
We are. Views are up. So every click, every person that subscribes, every like, every comment just helps us out. So if you want to help us out, try and see your homies succeed a little bit, that's an easy way you can do it. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Geoff Records.
And at MSPH Podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. Didn't get a chance to chip away at Mount Voicemail again this week, but we'll get there. We'll be caught up by 2024, I imagine.
Easily.
And thanks again for listening, friends. But until next time, R.I.P. Trevor Sturdy.